All right, so this is how we're gonna play the SpaceX IPO. Now we're not gonna talk about the fundamentals of the stock because we're not trading this based off fundamentals. You're gonna hear people online saying it's overvalued, don't do it. They're talking about long-term investing. We are playing the SpaceX IPO for 1 day, if that. It's probably gonna be 1 hour. So we are day trading. Okay, this is a day trade. So we don't care what the fundamentals of the stock are. We don't care if it's overvalued. We are playing hype, pure hype, and momentum. We're just playing hype and momentum. So if we get the shares for the IPO price, which I'm expecting it to be around 134, hopefully less than that. So if they IPO at 1.8 trillion, then we might get them around this price right here. This is what I expect the stock to do. I expect it to start here, 134. This is 134. At 9:30, when the stock market opens on June 12th, I expect it to gap up somewhere. It might gap up to 160, 178, 184. It might even gap up to 268. That's 100% return. If it gaps up 100% return, are you gonna take the 100%, or you want it to run up more? Take the 100. If it gaps up 100%, take the 100%. I put in 20 bands. If I make $20,000 at 9:31, I'm taking 20,000. No need to be greedy. Like I said, this stock is really overvalued. We don't want to hold it. I expect the stock to go up, go down. That's gonna scare you. Go up, go down, go up, go down. It's gonna be very volatile. Don't be greedy. This is greedy right here. This is like 125%. No need for that. If you get 100, get out. If you get 20%, that's good. If you get 32%, that's what all the analysts and the poly markets are saying is going to go up to. If it goes up to 32%, that means this stock could be worth 2.4. This company could be worth $2.4 trillion. This is what the poly markets are saying that it's going to close at 2.4 trillion. That's 32%. This is the analyst consensus right here. This is the price that they think it's going to close at. If they're wrong and it doubles and goes higher, then I mean that's more upside for us. So you could get out at 100% if it gaps up. Immediately have your order set for 268. But more than likely, it's gonna go up to about 178 or 184. You have a higher probability of going up to one of these numbers. So you can have your order set around here to be safe. If you want to be safe. If you want to be risky, you can have it set at 100%, which is 268, right? That's a little risky. And the reason we're playing hype and we don't have to listen to other people on the internet is because we did our homework. Those people on the internet aren't going to make you money. You're going to make yourself money, not them. So we're not listening to people on the internet. We're day trading. When you day trade, you don't base it off of fundamentals. Everybody's saying it's overvalued. You're going to hear that over and over. People are going to, oh, I'm not going to get in it because it's overvalued. We're not trying to retire on the SpaceX IPO. We're just trying to double our money. Even if we get 40%, that's a great return. That's an amazing return in an hour, okay? So the dates we need to worry about, June 4th through the 8th. Have your money in there. Have your money settled. It's already in there. You don't got to worry about it. But make sure you have your money in there by that time. By June 11th is when you need to be checking your brokerage, whether it be Robinhood, E-Trade, Fidelity, Charles Schwab, and what's the other one? SoFi. Check your emails June 11th. Make sure they didn't send you anything. If they did send you something, you gotta lock in your order. June 4th through the 8th, we're putting in the order. How many shares you want? 100, 200, or less. June 4th through the 8th, you're gonna go to the. I'll show you on the screen. It's gonna be an IPO pull down. You click on that. You order the SpaceX shares. On the 11th, you confirm the shares. On the 12th, you get paid. The 12th is when the first day of trading at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. So these are the dates and the times. It's going to be at 9:30, and then the 4th through the 8th. I don't know what time, but just we'll get more information on those dates. So the reason we want to get up out of here, and the reason why we're confident about this, is this IPO has to be successful. Because if it's not successful, then Anthropic's not going to want an IPO. OpenAI is not going to want an IPO. They're going to be scared that the market is skittish about IPOs. IPOs, they come in bunches. These big companies, they all IPO at the same time because they feel their stock is going to go up. They wouldn't be IPOing at this time if they didn't feel like this market is ripe for IPOs. So that goes in our favor day one. They feel like it's going to go up. Now, the market makers, which is going to be Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs and them, they have the option to green shoe the stock. You can look up what green shoe means if you don't believe me. But green shoe means we're going to put a floor at the IPO price, meaning they can't allow the shares to go below this price. This is the price we pay. That's why I want to get this price. Because if they green shoe the stock, they're going to put a floor at 134. Because if it goes below 134, then they lose money on future deals. Because it'll be a failed IPO. The odds of that happening are low because the banks are going to green shoe the stock. This is the biggest stock of all time. It has to be a success. So that works in our favor, okay? Another thing that works in our favor is 30% of the shares that they're selling is they're selling 4.3% of all the shares. And 30% is coming to us, retail traders. We're getting 30%. That's a lot for retail traders. So they want us to buy a small percentage of the pie. If this is a small percentage, then that means the float is low. And with a low float and a lot of people buying, it catapults the stock up because it's in high demand. There's not a lot. So we're playing rare. We're playing scarcity. We're playing scarcity. Okay? So we're playing a low amount of stock being sold to a high amount of people. All the people that are saying that don't buy because it's overvalued, it's good for us because they're not selling. Only time we're scared is when somebody is selling. All the people saying that they're not buying, it's good because that means they can't sell because nobody has shares. And the people who can sell, Elon Musk, the people who work at SpaceX, the venture capitalists, they have what's called a lock up period. They can't sell. So if everybody's buying and nobody's selling, mathematically, what do you think could happen to the stock? If everybody's buying and nobody's selling, what's going to happen?
It'll go down, right?
If everybody's buying?
No, if everybody's buying, it'll go up.
Yeah. There's a lockup period. You guys look this up. They can't sell. They can't sell for 180 days, but this IPO has a staggered lockup period. So it's going to be 90 days and 120, then 180. But day one, nobody can sell but us, but the retailers. So the retailers are going to be selling to each other. So it's gonna look like this. The retailers are trading the stock, so they're gonna trade like retailers do. They're gonna buy the dips, go up, buy the dips, go up, buy the dips, go up. Okay. When these people are able to sell in 180 days, or whenever they're able to sell, it's gonna go down because it's gonna be a large amount of people selling the stock. We don't have to worry about that. We're day trading the stock. Anybody you hear saying, I'm not buying, man, I'm going to wait till it goes down, but it's probably going to go up. They're all saying it's probably going to go up because they understand the rare scarcity of this 4.3 number right here. Plan B. Let's say we're wrong. Nothing's 100%, but the odds are in our favor. If we're wrong, And the people who are saying that they're not buying will be forced to buy in 15 days. 15 days. Let's say you don't sell at any of these prices and you want to hold, which I don't recommend. In 15 days, the NASDAQ, which is QQQ, will be forced to buy SpaceX shares. That's still within the 180-day lockup period. So if all else fails and for some reason Elon gets assassinated on this day and the stock drops, knock on wood, I don't wish that on nobody, 15 days later, you got a chance at a bounce because the NASDAQ will have to buy shares of SpaceX to put it inside of the index. It's going to go into the NASDAQ for sure. And that's way more money than we have. Institutions have to buy in 15 days. Plan B, if you accidentally don't get out in time before it goes back down, in 15 days you have one more chance for it to pop back up because everybody's going to be putting an allocation of SpaceX shares into their index funds by force. They have to do it in 15 days. You can look that up too. So that's what we're playing on. We're basing. We did our analysis. We don't have to listen to the internet. We've already done the homework. So recap. Get out of there at any of these numbers. This is the greed level right here, but it is possible it could go up 100% right away because of the sheer amount of buyers versus sellers. The big boys can't sell. Only one that's going to be selling is us. We are retail. Retail will be getting 30% of the 4.3 float, and the rest goes to the institutions whenever they're able to buy. That's it. So you can talk about the fundamentals and all that. That'll be a waste of time because we don't care about fundamentals. We are playing hype and day one trading against retail investors. You understand? I mean, it's not that difficult, but make sure you write down these price targets though, because these are the most likely end of day price targets right here. It could go above these or whatever, but if you get that, get out of there immediately. But this is where everybody is saying the stock could be by the end of the day. Either way, it's a win. Okay? All right, so next we'll look for plays that are related to the Anthropic and OpenAI IPO, which chips are already running up, so it's not really much meat on the bone, but I got something for y'all. That nobody else is talking about. So we're going to talk about that before everybody else does. While everybody else is still talking about this and they're still trying to get on the proxies of space, this is over with. This is done. We don't even need to worry about space no more. We're going to make our money on day one, and we're moving on to the next thing. This is over with. So anything you're trying to get in that's related to space, it's too late. I sent it to y'all May 3rd. That was when you should have got in. This is the second time you should get in. May 3rd was the first. This is the second. It's your second chance to make some money off the SpaceX IPO.